we're here at the fisheries here at Port Blair, where all the fishermen are, where all the fishing industry is. It's like the part of Port Blair where all the fishermen come. You've got all the fishing boats.
Welcome to my island.
So this is the fisheries part of Port Blair. Obviously, being tropical islands, fishing is a huge part of that, and I believe here on Andaman commercial fishing isn't allowed, but you still get a fishing industry, more of like a small low-key thing. If you can see, you get these boats, these small little boats behind me that are known as dunghies, and if you can see in the distance you get much bigger fishing vessels. So I've got my friend Arjit with me, so he's going to explain. Tell me, what is this place all about?
So this place is all about fisheries and the whole export and import of fishes that happen here. The boats, they go for season based to do fishing, and they come back after 6 months or on the same day itself they come if they are getting fishes. And in a boat they can have 1 ton of fishes, and the boats you see that is in Hindi, and in local language we call it as donkey. It starts with engine, and that is the jetty which is...
What are the bigger boats called? Do they have a different name, or it's just
fisher
boats?
boat. It's called as fisher boats. No else.
Wow. So this actual area of Port Blair, you can see like some of the buildings and whatnot behind me. Do all these houses belong to the fishermen here, or do they actually live on these boats?
The houses you look over there, they are belonging to the local people, residents of Andaman Islands. Not every houses that belongs to the fisheries, the persons who work over there. Most of the time the boatmen and the fishermen, they stay in the boat itself.
Yeah.
They have their restaurants in their boat, and they love to live there because they love their job.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the boats are actually big enough and good enough to live on, right?
Yeah, they are actually very good and interesting if you love the job.
Yeah.
Your own kitchen, your own restroom, and your own
sleeping quarters. Yeah. I did actually manage to get on one of the boats and speak to one of the crew. He's the captain. I've been invited aboard one of the fishermen's boats here at the fisheries. They tell me there's usually a crew of like 9 of them. They go out for the whole day. And look, you go out fishing not every day.
Every day.
No.
Every day, no.
And how much fish would you catch in one day of fishing? How many fish?
800 kg.
How much?
800 kg.
800 kg.
Yeah.
Wow, and it's a big boat. You can see it's like it's not a small little fishing boat. It's a big boat.
Minimum 300 kg, 400 kg.
And will you be fishing the whole year, or maybe 5 months, 6 months?
No. Maximum 25 days.
Oh, okay.
Maximum 25 days.
So you will fish 23 days and then have time off?
Time return.
Yeah. And do you just fish here on Andaman, or do you fish all over India? And
No, Andaman.
Just
Andaman Sea only.
And what's your boat called? What's the name?
Port Blair.
No, what's the name of the ship?
Ram Fishing Company.
It's Ram Fishing Company. So yeah, here we are. Wow. Amazing to learn this. And how many people in your crew?
9 people, 7 people.
So what, one person to...
Yes, one master.
Yeah.
One cooker, cooking on. 7 people.
So you hold the nets.
Hook lines, long line,
Wow.
net.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And even this part of Port Blair itself, it's like I want to take a little walk up the street and just show you. So I do get stared at a lot in this place anyway. That is normal, but I think so much more right now because what you're saying, a bit of a ghetto. Certainly how it looks. So you get a lot of the fish markets here as well, because obviously all the fish that gets brought in and it all gets sold locally. These guys was just giving me the thumbs up. Everyone's super friendly. I don't feel at all like a threat here. Don't know if I would do this in all parts of India, but that was really insightful for me to be able to actually go onto the ships. I got invited on and just to speak to them, ask them some of the questions about how it works, how many people would go out on a crew, how long they would fish for. because it's true, those boats really are quite big. You could live on them. You get the really small boats, which you couldn't, but certainly the boats I got to walk on, you really could live on. And I also got offered tea as well. So it's like, it's an interesting part of the city. I've never been in this part of the city. I don't think there's any reason why you would be around this part of the city unless for whatever reason you were connected to the fisheries. But it's certainly, it's mad being in India. Shack homes that have just been built out of nothing. Everyone's connected to the fishing industry here. Everybody probably has their little role to play in that. But I'm not gonna lie, it certainly is like, certainly is a bit ghetto. Yeah, so behind me you've got all those fishing boats that I was just at, and then across the water would be the Phoenix Jetty. That's where the government ferries and the private ferries that will take you island to island are. So this whole area is all dedicated to the various different jetties and what goes on here. And everyone's definitely staring at me, but look at that sun in the background. Gorgeous sky. People probably think I'm lost. People probably think I'm totally lost, which I guess I am in a way. I don't really know where I am right now, but it's all good. You're never fully lost. But yeah, all these homes go really high up into the hills, and you also get like the shack type homes built as well. So yeah, really interesting part of the city. Lots of the fish markets here, and I'm really glad I got to do this. Although I had to hide it a bit, I'm really glad I got to do it. So yeah, they took all our phones when we were going into the fisheries. They took our phones, and then I was just walking thinking, I've got another phone in my bag, and I tried to tell them like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble if I get searched, and they were like, no, I'll be okay. So I managed to film on the boat, and the guys on the boat were super cool about it. So yeah, bit of an insight into the fishing industry here. I'm gonna put my sunglasses. So yeah, a bit of an insight into the fishing industry here in Port Blair. And there's one last thing I'm gonna say. This place absolutely stinks of fish, as you could imagine. But I mean, it's hard to breathe from the level of fish smell that I'm encountering right now. So give me a like on this video, because it wasn't as easy as it looked to make, and I need to get out of here. I need to figure out actually how to get out of these streets and catch the sunset. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get out from these streets, how to get back more into the city. I will see you on the next one.